Good morning on this bright, sunny Sunday morning. What's going on with the UK weather? I mean, summer is normally pathetic. It's like what, 15, 16 degrees, a little bit cloudy. Maybe in the evening you might get a bit of sunshine just to sweeten the deal. But usually it's pathetic. But I mean, we've been talking like just endless weeks of blue sky, 25 degrees. It's been great. Anyway, house update 2. Nothing in life is ever easy. Come on, it's me. I always end up in some bizarre situation. So, bit of bright. Let me sit this side. That's better. So, update 2. We're still on for moving. Had a message back from the solicitor in regards to a slight problem in terms of ground rent. So, anyone who doesn't know, I'm going to go technical now. You have the mortgage that pays for the house. You have the service charge that kind of like pays for painting the walls, and if there's a lift, servicing it, if there's grass, mowing it. So you got mortgage, service charge, but then you have ground rent. And historically in the UK, ground rent is like £5 a year or something like that. It's like a token small fee you pay to the landlord as such, who owns the ground. But apparently around about the 2005, 2006 kind of time, there was a bit of a scandal where, in particular, there was a company called Taylor Wimpey who made, excuse the boiler, she's taking a shower. So Taylor Wimpey made a load of first time buyers properties, made them kind of cheap-ish for first time buyers, and they did a bit of a scam whereby the minute the houses were kind of bought, I don't know if they sold the land off to like third parties on like offshore islands like Gibraltar, who then in turn added this doubling ground rent thing. So what happens is the first, say, 10 years of the land would be cheap, 250 quid, but then after 10 years it would double. So then you pay £500 a year, then it double again to £1,000 a year, £2,000 a year, £4,000 a year, £8,000 a year. So by the time you kind of the lease was kind of quite mature, you'd find the ground rent would be just astronomical. You just couldn't afford it, not with the mortgage and the service charge as well. It was a bit of a scandal which the government are trying to crack down on. So anyway, back to us moving. So we're moving into this apartment, hopefully, and we found out that the ground rent is one of these nasty doubling ground rents. It started off from 2006 as £350 a year. 2016 then went to £700 a year, and then projected to go to £1,400 a year, £2,800 a year, £5,000 something a year, £10,000 something a year. And obviously we can't buy that, because in 20 years time we're looking to sell this property, because we've got the eye on the prize of moving back to the Philippines, selling the property, having that cash is what's going to be the essence to fund our retirement in the Philippines, early retirement. I plan to quit work at 60 and say, see you later, I'm out of here. So that's where we're at. So our solicitor, called Lauren, awesome girl, she's basically emailed to say that it is sadly a doubling ground rent clause. It means it will be quite tricky to sell it in 20 years time, because it kind of puts off potential buyers who might want to buy the property. They might look at it and go, ooh, doubling ground rent, and then their bank might go, ooh, don't touch that with a barge pole. So yeah, so our solicitor's trying to do something called a deed variation, and what that is a legal term for kind of deleting the nasty terms and conditions from the lease, and changing the ground rent so it doesn't double, it just goes up slightly on based off index. So that's where we're at really. We're just having discussions with the bank. The bank have opened the offer for another month, which is great. Solicitors willing to play ball and see if they can get deed variation applied to delete the ground rent doubling clause, and then we're just waiting. If they say yes, great, we move. If they say no, then me and Melissa have to basically accept that we could be buying an apartment with a quite crappy ground rent deal. Basically every 10 years the ground rate doubles for the length of a 150-year lease. Ouch, which we don't really want to do, because like I said, when I'm 58 to 60 we want to sell it, put the bag of cash over our shoulder and leg it on a plane to the other side of the world, set up home in Romblon in the Philippines. So that whole Romblon in the Philippines is going to be funded by the sale of the property we're now trying to buy. See, I've got it planned, got my little life planned. You know, I know what I'm doing, I'm a smart cookie. So yeah, so hopefully if Lauren, our solicitor, can apply this fix for us, then thumbs up. So stay tuned and I'll let you know, but that's where we're at. Okay, and Melissa's taking a shower and we're getting ready and we're going to go out for the day because it's stonking hot. See you later.